Hi everyone, my name is Jenny Hanna, and I'm making this intro video for you all. This is for Walking for Fitness, and since I'm not going to see you in person, I thought I would just briefly talk through the syllabus and how our online version of this class works. But anyway, I am an adjunct instructor in the HHP department. I enjoy this Walking for Fitness class, and I also teach personal health online, concepts in wellness, and a beginning ballet class. I went to UTC. My first degree was in biology, and I have a master's in health and physical education. And the interesting thing about me is that I am a competitive baton twirler, and I'm training for the World Championships next summer. Usually I would tell everybody, come see me in the Arc. I'm practicing there. It's still, the gym floor is still closed, so I'm hoping that part will open again soon. But anyway, this walking class, I love this class. It's one of my absolute favorites. And in a normal world, y'all would be meeting me in the gym, and we walk for, it's a Monday, Wednesday class, and we would be walking on campus to the river walk, and the walks are 40 minutes apiece. And that's how it works in person. Last spring, I had met my class like 3 times, and then, everything happened and we went online. It ended up working really well. I'm just going to go and describe briefly how we do the online version. So what I did, had to figure out a way to document that you all had walked, and that's why I'm having you download the Runkeeper app. It's a free app, and you just get it, and then you can set it to walking. Just have your phone with you when you walk, and it will record. It'll say 40 minutes. It'll say how many miles you went and your pace. So if you just take a screenshot of that, and you're going to upload that picture into the assignment, and every week I'll put up an assignment for the first walk and the second walk. And I also would like you to comment whether you met your target heart zone. I'll get to that in a minute. But that's how you'll turn in your daily walks. And this class, as I said, was always a Monday, Wednesday class. I found it helpful once we went online to just call it Walk 1 and Walk 2. And I'll make the first walk of the week due on Wednesdays, and the second walk of the week due on Friday. You can do them, like if you want to walk on Monday and Wednesday, or Monday and Tuesday, you can get them done. But I just make the due dates Wednesday and Friday. But let me go back here and see if there's anything else in the general syllabus I need to say, and we'll get to more details. We don't have a textbook in this class. I will give you a few notes. We'll have one quiz later in the semester. Now, we do have, just make sure you know how to use your Canvas well. That's the main technology requirement, and it says on here how to get technological help if you need it. If you're having some issue, please email me, and I'll be glad to help you. Our syllabus is kind of long because I went ahead and put in here the COVID safety policy from UTC, as well as the attendance policy, just so we'd have it here in front of us. So let's see. Now, get to the important chart, because what I do, I follow these things through the semester and kind of check them off as we go, and it's a good reference. But big thing, your attendance. So completing those weekly walks. Each one is worth 40 points. That's 1 day of attendance. And we have 14 classes, so that's 560 points. Then you'll see on here a thing called initial walking test and final walking test. If y'all was seeing you in person, what I do, and this is to get a measure of your cardiovascular fitness, and we also were tracking to see how much you have improved, your stamina, cardiovascular health during the semester. But we do what's called a Rockport fitness walk, and how that works is that you walk as fast as you can for a mile, and you get the time, and then you'll record that. I will be giving you more detailed directions when we get to that, but normally we would do that all together. But in this online version, on one of those test days, I just have you walk just a mile and just as fast as you can, and you send that in. And the thing to know, though, you get attendance points for doing that, but the little test itself is worth 100 points, so that is a big point day. You don't want to miss one of those, because it ends up being like 140 points for accomplishing that. But we do one at the beginning. They're about a month apart, and then at the end, your last day in here, I believe, is October 5th, and you do the final test. Also in this class, we have an outside exercise component, and I will be posting the details about that. You can, because you know they recommend that you do cardiovascular exercise 3 to 4 times a week. So I've always had the walking in class and then had y'all do 2 other things outside of class. So if you'd like to walk for every single exercise, that is fine. It just needs to be something cardiovascular. So if you would rather go to the arc and get on a treadmill or an elliptical, that's fine. Or if you would rather ride a bike or swim, it just has to be cardiovascular. So anyway, I will be breaking that down more in the assignment that goes with that project. But that outside exercise log will start in the 3rd week of the semester. And it just has to be cardiovascular, so it could be something else that you already do that would count for this assignment. And there's a certain way that I have you all write that up, and I will go over that in the assignment page. But part way through, really just to make sure everybody got started on it, and this ends up being September 16th, I'll have you turn in your outside log check. And I called it walking log on here, but just know that you can walk extra, or you can also do other cardiovascular exercise. I probably should have called it exercise log, but I see I labeled it a walking log. Your full project is due at the end, and it's worth 150 points. One thing that you'll need to know for your outside walking exercise project, as well as your daily walks, is how to calculate your target heart zone. The target heart zone for cardiovascular fitness is the heart rate that there's a range that's the healthiest for improving your cardiovascular fitness. And you don't want to go too high, because that wouldn't be the safest. And if you don't go high enough, your heart rate's not up enough to be improving your fitness, your cardiovascular, the pumping of your heart's not improving. And there's a formula. It's the one we use in this class is 220 minus your age. It's called the max heart rate formula. 220 minus your age. So if you're 20 years old, 220 minus 20. And then there are different percentages out there. Like high-level athletes use a higher end percentage. If you haven't been exercising, it's a little lower. I don't know how much y'all have exercised when you come to my class, so just to be safe, I use the 60 to 80% rule. So that's what we're going to use in here. So you 0.6 times 220 minus your age, and 0.8, and those 2 numbers are the range you're aiming for your heart rate to be in as you're walking. And walking, you have to work at it to get your heart rate up. And that was the other thing I was going to say with your daily walks. It's expected. Please, make sure you're making an effort, to do a exercise walk versus, a stroll. I want this class to reduce your stress level, but we also want to, push a little bit so it'll be a, good exercise time too. This article reading and quiz will have some articles, health-related articles to read, and then there's an online quiz, and that's due at the end of September. But it's all about this class is out of a point total. There's 1,000 points, and then you can see the grade percentages are kind of the normal. 90 to 100 is an A, 80 to 89% is a B, and etc. This goes on down, the things that you turn in online, they need to be in on time. Please make sure you turn them in on Canvas, and please don't email them, because I need them on Canvas so I have a record, and it's right there. You have about 48 hours if there's an issue, to let me know, and we'll deal with it. If you have an emergency, please let me know right away, and I work with people, so just let me know if you have an issue. But let me know right away so we can handle it. Let's see, we're almost to the end. But the other thing, I spent time making y'all this chart, because that's how my brain works, and you can see exactly what you have to do in that week. So this week you just have 2 walks, your walk 1 and walk 2. Next week you do your walks, and then you calculate the target heart zone, and then it tells you when the outside exercise project begins. Like the week of September 9th, your first walk of the week will be that fitness exercise walk where you just do 1 mile. And it goes on. It should be really straightforward. So I hope that you enjoy this class, and I hope it can reduce your stress at this crazy time. And I hope if it motivates you to exercise because it's in a graded class, I really hope that will help. I've had people tell me that in the past. But anyway, when this gets back to normal, I'd love to have y'all take the live version of this class because it's always fun. But anyway, have a great semester and stay well. Bye.